Welcome. Today, we will be installing the Pipe Dream Off-Road aluminum dashboard for your Humvee. First, we will need to prepare the A-pillar for defrost. Some Humvee variants don't include defrost vents in the A-pillar, but fear not, we can add them back in. Start by removing all the A-pillar retaining pins and lifting the A-pillar. This will expose the stock defrost vent holes in the Humvee firewall. We can now mark the location on the A-pillar. Just eyeball it as best as you are able. Use the tools at your disposal to cut out the new defrost holes for the driver and passenger. You will need to purchase new defrost nozzles and 2-inch duct hose. A link for the defrost nozzle will be in the description. For the Humvee variants that come with defrost louvers in the A-pillar, those will need to be cut flush to allow the dash to sit flat on the A-pillar. These Humvees already have the defrost nozzles and ducting in the firewall that you will be able to reuse. Step 1. Attach the foam gasket to the Plenum input manifold and secure it to the dash with 10 32 screws. Step 2. Attach the foam gasket to the rear passenger plenum output and secure it to the dash with 10 32 screws. Step 3. Attach the foam gasket to the rear driver plenum output and secure it to the dash with 10 32 screws. Step 4. Attach the defrost air deflectors with 6 32 screws. Use extra caution when tightening as to prevent stripping out the plastic threads. Step 5. We will be attaching the driver side plenum outputs. If you are planning on powder coating your dash, this step should be done afterwards as it is a permanent installation. Apply a bead of included sealant around each hole and press the plenum outputs into place. The sealant does a good job and holding them in place while it dries. After the sealant is dry, cut a 7-inch piece of 2-inch ducting from your Vintage Air A C kit and install it as shown. It helps to thread the hose onto the plenum output like a nut on a bolt. Next, cut a 12-inch piece and install it on the other output. This one is for the driver footwell and can be made longer if you would like to route it to a specific desired location. The last hose is for the far driver side vent. Leave this hose long as it will be trimmed to length at a later step. This is an optional step if you would like to route the far driver side vent in a clean fashion. It requires drilling a 2 1/4 inch hole through the right side of the steering column mount. Otherwise, you can route this hose beneath the steering column. Step 6. Apply the included rubber edge trim to protect the wires that will be passing through this space from the dash to the center console. We recommend using glue to hold the trim in place. You can now place the dashboard into position. We are using a push clamp to push the middle into position. The driver side ducting makes for a tight fit against the Humvee firewall. We are using another push clamp to hold the dashboard down. Match drill with a 1/8 inch drill bit and install 2 screws. If you have the opportunity to do this installation without the windshield in place, clamping and drilling will be easier. Repeat on the opposite side. Match drill along the top of the dash with the same drill bit and same screws. Some Humvee variants will have 3 defrost vents on the driver's side, and some will only have 1. Either version will work with this dashboard. In our case, we only have 1 on the driver's side, which will make it so that one of the mounting holes will not be used. Install a screw in the small tab on the passenger side next to the doghouse cover. Attach the L bracket to the dash with 10 32 screws and match drill through the firewall and fasten with 3/4 inch finishing screws. If you powder coated your dash, you may need to clean out the holes with a 1032 tap. Step 7. Disassemble one of the louvers and attach it to the small rectangular plate. Attach to the dash with 10 32 screws. Repeat the same process for the vent louver to the right of the steering wheel. Slide the duct hose over the back of the louver. For the louver to the left of the steering wheel, you will need to route the long hose either through the 2 1/4 inch hole that was drilled earlier or below the steering column. Cut the hose with a few inches of extra length. Attach the hose to the back of the louver with a zip tie. Install the passenger side louvers. Step 8. Install the gauge cluster plate and bezel with 10 32 screws. The screws that pass through the bezel will be the longer screws. Step 9. Install the right side switch panel with 10 32 screws. This panel can be customized for your preferred switch configuration. Install the heat and AC access panel. The dash install is now complete. You can move on to the center console.